Your definition of health is the first problem.
Yes.
Or your lack of definition of health is the first problem. You think you're healthy and you're not. Why do we know that? Because generally speaking, you're worried about being overweight, diabetes, stomach issues. Maybe you have some chronic conditions. You're worried about these things, but the fact is you need to be worried about, are you healthy on the inside? What are the symptoms? That's what they are. They're all symptoms. Diabetes, chronic conditions, high blood pressure, those are symptoms.
Absolutely. And, I know all my life I was always concerned, and rightfully so, I guess, because that's what I was given. That information was, if you're not looking good, everything is about how you looked.
Yes.
Nothing was addressed of how you were eating or what you were eating or what was going on the inside.
Right, because you're trying to deal with the symptoms. So think about that. Think about that. No, not worrying about the symptoms. Instead, we need to focus on what's going on the inside.
That's right.
Because whatever's on the inside, that's going to keep working its way out. So we're trying to change our outward appearance. We want to feel better physically, mentally. You want to have better mental health, emotionally. This is what you want. And in order to get it, you're fixing symptoms.
That's right.
And what we're saying is that's just going to lead you to these radical diets and radical plans that are designed to help, push you into this look or this way of being that is not natural.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why a lot of these diets and these plans fail, because your focus is on the outside instead
rather
of the
than
inside. Right.
Exactly.
So you say what? You want to hack your system? How are you going to
Well,
hack it?
it's funny too, because I do the aquatics, and it's funny. People ask me all the time, well, why do you do all these things in the water? And it dawned on me, looking good was so important to me in my life, being a young person, doing all those exercises, walking 5 miles a day, 6 days a week, doing all the weight training, and really breaking my body.
Yeah.
Until I realized, you know what? I can do all this stuff in the water.
Yeah.
And that's what I started deciding and looking at when I went into my health journey, that, you know what? It's not about what's outside. It's not about how I look. It's about how I feel.
Yeah.
And what am I doing healthfully for my inside? So I'm there. I'm like,
Oh, for sure. And, that's the thing is people will hear you talking about health and they'll go, well, what about you? What are you, are you the healthiest? I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger, at his height. Why are you trying to teach me stuff? You don't look like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about how you look. It is about how you look eventually. But the fact of the matter is you got to start.
yeah.
Whatever's inside of you is going to come outside.
That's right. And practicing that for many, 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 many years, doing that unhealthy thing, not considering your temple, not treating your temple properly, and just doing the opposite of what we need to do, or even what we've been taught. We've been doing what we've been taught. And when you look at it now and you finally know better and you want to do better, it's a whole different story.
It really is.
And it's not about, well, people get into the losing weight. That's going to happen.
Yeah. But if you focus on losing weight, lowering cholesterol, lowering your blood pressure, or focusing on managing your diabetes or your conditions, and you focus on that instead of health, it's kind of like your cell phone. Like when you are solving your phone storage problem, right? What do? You're taking
That's
a picture
true.
and it's like no more space. You're like, oh, snap. Okay, let me go and delete a picture. So you delete a couple of pictures or you delete a video and you're allowed to take the picture. But guess what happens tomorrow? You get ready to take a picture tomorrow and again, phone storage problem. So it's like this never-ending problem. It's temporary fix. You're not getting to the root cause. Sit down, get in your cell phone and clean up all of that mess in there so that you have storage space for you to put your new pictures on. And it's that same concept with weight loss and cholesterol and all that. Instead of focusing on that, let's get healthy And then your body will know how to manage and balance all of these things on its own.
Because that's actually what it's created to do.
That is.
It's created to heal, and it's created to keep you going for many years.
That's true.
And to be healthy for those years. But we keep interfering constantly, putting in that stuff, what that sad stuff is, the standard American diet stuff.
Yep.
And we do that constantly and consistently without any consideration for that perfect temple that was created.
That's exactly right. Because we want results now.
We want to look good.
But we want it now.
Now.
We want it right now.
Yep, that's true.
Never mind that it took however many years to get where you got.
Well, that's
we want
true.
the results right now.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. First, you have to stop actively damaging yourself.
That's right.
First. Then you can heal. So think about it like a broken foot, right? You break your foot. The doctor's like, okay, I need you to stay off your foot, elevate, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay. 2 days later, you're hobbing around the house doing whatever. And you're wondering why it's still hurting. You wonder why it's not healing properly. You're wondering why it's, not quite doing what the doctor said it would. First, you need to stop
That's right.
damaging. Stop the damage. And that's the same for your health. Stop what you're doing that's causing the inflammation, the aches, the pains, the disruption in your system. Stop.
But you know what the sad part about that stop? We don't stop.
No.
We have that mentality or that the way of looking at I want it now.
Exactly.
So, what do? You don't even heal.
No, how can you when you haven't stopped the damage? Stop damaging and then you can heal.
And not only that, you're not healing, but guess what's going to happen in 20 years from then?
Well,
You're going to know it. You're going to know that you
feel
did
it
not
all.
heal.
You're going to feel it all.
Because it's going to be right there in your
Yep.
face saying, hey, guy, you remember me? And trust me, you will know it.
You might not remember though.
Well, that's true too. Well, no, you know what? That's true. That's true.
You're like, why am I hurting right now? I don't even remember.
But, but I'd like to think you will, and you won't get to that stage where you don't remember. That's sad.
Exactly.
There it goes. Sad diet. Sad.
diet. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? In the long run, the outside of you will become a reflection of the inside of you. But again, this depends on where you started. So if
Yeah.
you started, very severely unhealthy or you had some kind of severe condition, it may take longer for that to happen.
Yeah.
But what the inside is going to show on the outside.
Yeah.
It is. So you see people who look thin and they look like, oh, look at her. I wish I could be thin like him or her. The inside of their body is tore up from the floor up.
That's right.
And you can't tell yet. Give it time, bit by bit, the inside spills onto the outside. And then
That's
we
right.
have these skinny fat people who are unhealthy or they have liver problems or fatty liver or insulin resistance. All of these things start to come and you're like, what happened to so-and-so? She gained 20 pounds. Or what happened to so-and-so? He looks like a dad bod. What happened? What happened was the inside
That's
finally
right.
caught up with the outside.
That's right.
And that is legitimately what happened. So take the time to change it before it's too late.
That's right. Take the time to change it before it's too late, because it is going to come.
Yeah, it is.
There's no doubt about
Inevitably,
it.
it will.
Yeah, you can look good for a few years, but trust me, it's not going to look good when you're not healthy and you're walking around dying.
Literally.
Literally.
Although we're
dying.
all okay, so we're all walking around dying, right? We all have
Yeah.
an expiration
Yeah,
date.
but
We're
I
all
wanna-
kind of walking around going towards dying, but we're talking about
Yeah, but
actively making it worse.
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
I want to die healthy.
Yeah, so
I'm
be it.
okay with dying. Dying's going to happen,
part
and
of
I
life.
get that. It's written in the, where it is, and I know it's happening, but I want to be healthy. I want to die healthfully.
And that's why we're trying to take our temples back. Take your temple back. You take it back and
Take it
start
back.
working on it
That's
so
right.
that you can create the experience where your body is like a temple. You're revering it and you're taking care of it and you're doing what you should.
The pyramid took it. Take it back.
Yeah, for sure. Let's not yet.
Treat your body like a temple.